Hey guys, so first of all, please don't mind the way that I look. It's like 80 degrees outside today. I've been sitting out getting some sunlight, and then I had to take Jake to a party, and then we went to my mother in law's to do laundry, but none of that has anything to do with this video. So, this video is actually requested by one of you guys, and I think this is also helpful information even if you didn't request it, because a lot of people don't know that this is an option. So, um, the topic, obviously, you guys can see by the title, is how to get certified as a CNA, a certified nurse assistant or nursing assistant, depending on which state you live in. Sometimes they're STNAs, a nurse assistant. How to become a CNA for free. So I actually was able to take advantage of something that I'm going to talk about in this video myself, and I became a CNA without having to pay for my training. I just had to go to an interview and attend the classes once they agreed to pay for my classes. So how it happened was in 2016, I was on disability, but I really wanted to do whatever I could to feel like a more productive member of society. I wanted to start a career for myself. And ever since I was little, I've always had this desire to become a nurse, to work in the medical field, and to help people. So, as I was going through Indeed, I started looking for CNA training. I came across this job listing that said free CNA training. Now, I went for an interview to this nursing home that was offering the CNA training. And some CNAs, you do your training on site. Some nursing homes, you do your training on site. Other nursing homes may not have like an approved CNA training program at their facility, so they may send you out. So, what I did was, in exchange for me promising to work for them for a certain period of time, which was 6 months, they paid for me to become a CNA. So, what they did was they had me come in for an interview to find out like more about me, why I wanted to become a CNA, stuff like that. And they did ask me some like job related questions, as far as like what would you do with a difficult customer or a difficult patient, how would you respond if somebody was upset with you, etc., etc., basic interview questions. But they also wanted to learn more about me and like my motivations for wanting to be in healthcare, wanting to become a CNA, and stuff like that. So I found out a couple weeks later after this interview that I was accepted into the training program. So my training program was a month long. They sent me to this CNA training facility in a neighboring city, and I went through, passed my skills training and all that, and the nursing home paid for all of it. So there's that option if you want to become a CNA, but you don't necessarily have the money, or you aren't able to pay for it right now. You can look on Indeed, or even if you just go to the nursing homes and contact them. A lot of places right now, due to COVID, are like in desperate need of healthcare workers. So, you know, like pretty much every nursing home and medical facility that employs CNAs in my area are hiring right now, and the need is ongoing. So I think it's a good thing to get into. But there's that way. Even if you like, I would call if they don't say anything about it on their website or on their Facebook page or on a job listing. I would call around and see if you can get somebody to sponsor your CNA training, to where like you can offer them, say, hey, I will work for you for a year if there's any way that you would be willing to pay for my CNA training. Send an email to their HR person, whatever you need to do, because like I said, a lot of places right now are in really desperate need of healthcare workers, and for whatever reason, they're having a difficult time finding enough healthcare workers to be fully staffed. And that's kind of the case with CNAs in general. They kind of always have difficulty staying fully staffed, at least at nursing homes. Um, but there's that option. The other option is, like I did with my medical assistant, your state's workforce development, or like if you go through their job training. Like in Indiana, we have something called Next Level Jobs. They paid for me to become a medical assistant, but they also were offering CNA training as well for free, as long as you don't have, I think it was a bachelor's degree. You couldn't have anything higher than an associate's in order for them to pay. However, if you do want to use the Next Level Jobs program to, well, the Workforce Ready grant as part of the Next Level Jobs program, if you want to use that to become a medical assistant or try to get into LPN school, something like that, don't use it for CNA, because you can only use it once. At least that's how it is right now. You can only use it one time in your life. So my one time was used up on becoming a medical assistant. But there's that. You might be able to get some sort of agreement from your school. It kind of depends. Like, if you find a CNA training program, you might be able to work out a sort of agreement. Like, I don't know if this would honestly work, because I've never tried this option that I'm talking about right now. But I know some places do something called an income share agreement or something like that, where you don't have to pay while you're training, but once you get your job, then you pay a certain percentage out of your paychecks. I'm not sure if like CNA training programs would do that, but I've seen like some like IT programs do stuff like that. So those are the things that I've come across as far as like ways to become a CNA for free. If a nursing home or a healthcare facility, etc., sponsors you, which means that they would pay for your training, they would pay for your certification testing in most cases. It may be different from facility to facility and from state to state, but that's how I got mine, was being sponsored by the nursing home where I had my very first CNA job. So, anyways, I just thought that maybe that could help somebody. Let me know if there's any other topics you'd like me to talk about. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. I have been going through my mind trying to find some helpful things to share with you guys, because it can be really overwhelming when you're trying to get into healthcare, and like some of these training programs are really expensive. So again, I hope this was helpful to somebody. Let me know if there's other topics you'd like me to talk about, and I will see you guys in my next video.